Hi everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Rosie. I'm currently backpacking around Southeast Asia. I'm currently in Thailand, but I have been to Cambodia and Vietnam. I'm also going to Australia next and then Sri Lanka, and then we're not sure. But I thought I would do a couple of videos talking about everything that I have packed. So I've done one video talking all about health and beauty, another video talking all about shoes and clothes and bags and things like that. And today's video is going to be about tech and camera gear. So all of my tech stuff is here. The two things that I'm not going to mention because I mentioned them in my health and beauty video is my Zima dental pod. It is electronic, so it's technically tech, but it's also healthcare because it's to keep my braces clean. The other thing is my hair straighteners. They are electrical, so kind of tech, but again it's beauty because they straighten my hair. So those are the only two things that I'm not including that are technically tech stuff, but everything else is here and I'm going to talk to you about all of it. I'm going to start off with the two bags that I have. So I have first of all, I have a big backpack that I store all my clothes in. I have a smaller bag that I take kind of on buses and things like that with warmer clothes, with snacks. But I have two bags for my tech stuff, so I'm going to show you these quickly. The first one is the Peak Design 6 litre everyday sling in grey. I brought this travelling with me, absolutely love it. I've done several videos talking about this bag. I'll try and leave everything, by the way, linked down below in the description box. I'll try and link to Amazon because I think that's the easiest for everybody. But I absolutely love this bag. I had a bit of an on-off relationship with it. I now love it. I use it almost every day. So highly, highly recommend this if you are a photographer travelling. And then the other bag I have is it's the Low Pro, where does it say? Low Pro Truckee BP250. I did an unboxing video of this and I think I want to do an updated video because I absolutely love this bag. Like, it's not cute, but it absolutely does the job. I love it so much. So it has space at the back for my laptop. I have space here then for things like purse, sunglasses, Kindle, whatever else. I've got a little sunglasses pouch, and then my camera equipment sits in the front here. So it's really, really great at keeping everything safe and kind of tucked away. So I'll try and find this as well and leave it linked because honestly, if this bag ever breaks or if I lose it or whatever, I would 100% replace it with the same bag. I think it's brilliant for travel. If you're a tech person, if you have camera equipment, I think it's great. Okay, so first of all, I'm going to talk to you about my laptop. I have it's the Apple MacBook Pro, the 15-inch. It is quite heavy, but I love it. Whenever I try and use Jeremy's, who's got the 13-inch, it feels like a toy. It feels tiny. I love the big screen. I like things being big, especially because I do photography, graphic design, video editing, obviously things like that. I do like to have a big screen. So this is my laptop of choice. And then obviously with that, I have the charger. These are great because you pull this section off and you can now put on like an English plug or a French plug, whatever. So that's really handy for traveling as well. And then with that, I have the charging cable for my laptop. Super boring, but it's worth mentioning. I have two of these hard drives. These are the Lassie 5TB hard drives. I have two so that I keep one in my hand luggage and one with my clothes, so that if anything happens to either of them, I still have everything backed up. Now it's amazing, but the only thing is I need to go ahead and back these both up because I think everything's on number 1 at the minute and not everything's on number 2. But I do have these. These are brilliant. I just think they do the job and they're recommended by a few people, especially my husband who is a tech guy. He loves them. So I got these. They're quite affordable actually for the quality as well. They're really good. Next up I have a Anker portable charger bank thing. So I use this quite a lot when we go on big day trips because I vlog all day. I vlog all our trips. And then I also sometimes have to do sat nav if Jeremy's driving the motorbike or something, so I often run out of battery halfway through a day. So I do use these. I take these with a charger and just charge my phone up whilst we're on day trips. Speaking of phones, I have I think my bag is full of sand from Peru still, from like a year and a bit ago. Anyway, my phone of choice is the iPhone 12 Pro Max. I got this a little while ago now. I have thought about upgrading to the 14, I think there is now. I think the camera quality will be better, especially because I vlog, so I film everything on my phone. It could be a good investment, but so far it's not broken, it's still working, but when that does break, I will upgrade to a newer version, but I love that. I also have my Kindle. This is the Paperwhite in blue. I picked this up a couple of years ago and I think they stopped doing the blue version. They also did a green and a pink, I think, but I got the blue and then realised they had pink. But I love this. I've recently been reading a lot more last year and this year. I'm on book 3 of this year and it's only February, which is insane for me. It would usually take me a year to read a whole book. If you're dyslexic, by the way, I would recommend reading and listening to the audiobook at the same time, like doing both. That's what really, really helps me out. But this is the Kindle that I use and I love it. I've just noticed there's a bit coming off there, but that's fine. It won't affect the quality. So that kind of goes everywhere with us. Next up, I have a tripod. This is the Manfrotto, no idea what this is called, like mini something or other, no idea. But I use this with my phone for vlogging. So I put my phone on here, turn the camera on to face me, and then this is how I vlog all my videos, so I can see myself there. This honestly is a game changer because before I had this, I would film everything like this and kind of get a claw hand, and then my hand would hurt after a while. But with this, I can just very easily like vlog the whole day, vlog other people, vlog myself, set it up on the table and do a little time lapse, whatever it is. It's really, really handy, so I love that. I want to talk about microphones next because I have 4 different options. So yeah, I know it's a lot, very excessive, but I'm kind of, you know, deciding between them which one I like best. So the one that I'm using right now to film with is the Rode Video Micro Go, I think it's called. I'll leave all the specific details in the description box. So I use this for sit down videos. It does have a wind muff for it that you can use. Now I bought this microphone initially when I started vlogging on the Canon M50 like 2 or 3 years ago, and I used to vlog with this microphone and I'd have this on it as well, and it's good. It's just not my preferred choice these days because I then switched to using my phone to vlog on, and that's a lot better. So I use this now for sit down videos like this one, but I don't really need the wind muff, so it's not on right now because I don't use it outside. The next microphone I have is the Shure MV88 with the wind muff on top as well. This one, honestly, I don't love. I need to do a video talking about it again because I did an unboxing video that's done quite well, and I don't use it. It was quite expensive. It was like £150, something like that. And the reason I don't like it is because of the app on the phone. I think it is so slow. I think it is so annoying to transfer files. I think it's just so annoying to use. I'd much rather use my phone and have bad quality audio than use this, than use the app for this. But that's the second mic. I'm probably going to get rid of it at some point, either sell it or, I don't know, give it to charity or something. But I really don't use it that often anymore. The third mic is the Rode Wireless Go. So this one I use for things like if I'm teaching a yoga class. I have a channel called Zenden Studio. I'll leave it linked as well. But I will have this one attached to me and this one attached to the camera, and then that means that I can kind of walk around and talk and not have to be super close to the camera. I also use this when I do things like hotel tours because it's really good to be able to walk around and have Jeremy hold the camera, and I can kind of walk around and show the hotel and talk about what I'm doing. So this is really good. The one thing I will say, I have to keep it charged, which I forget about sometimes. All my other microphones just plug and play, like it just works. This one I do have to remember to charge it, which can sometimes be annoying if I'm like, okay, I'm going to film and then I don't have battery, so I have to kind of wait a couple of hours to be able to film. But I love that, and I keep that in its little pouch to keep it safe. And then the last microphone is one that I bought ages ago, like literally years ago. I think when I first started YouTube. It's the Purple Panda lav mic, and I used to use this when I was doing my sit down videos, and then I ended up buying the mic that I'm using now, which is the Rode Go thing, whatever it's called. I've forgotten already, Micro Go thing. But I kept this and I thought, you know what, I'll hang on to it. We'll never know, it might become useful. And then I had a bit of a brainwave the other day. I was like, oh my god, if I plug that into that, which is the iPhone adapter, I can then use that for vlogging, and honestly, it's been amazing. So I do look kind of silly because when I vlog, I have my phone on my tripod, and then I have a wire between me, like it's attached here, between me and the phone. So I'm vlogging like this a lot, and there's always like this wire hanging around. But honestly, the audio quality is better than iPhone, and it also means I don't have to use the stupid app for the Shure MV88. So it's just so much better, and this is basically my vlog setup now, which has been amazing. So I would highly, highly recommend the Purple Panda or something similar. I think Rode do a lav mic that you could just get a little fluffy thing for. So that has been my new go-to choice for vlogging. I've started doing that about a month ago, I would say, something like that. I started a couple of weeks ago. I started using this microphone and it has been a game changer. Next up, we have things like these USB plug things. I've got one with the French, I think that's French, is it? And then that one is the American. So I have two different ones, and this is just great for charging my phone, for charging Kindles, for charging the microphones, for charging anything really. The this thing as well, the battery pack, so everything kind of gets charged with these. In terms of headphones, I don't know where maybe the pair of headphones have gone, so I might have to steal Jeremy's to show you his. But these ones are basically some free ones that Jeremy got from somewhere. I think they're like Samsung or something, I'm not sure. Yeah, Samsung headphones. These are just your basic plug-in ones, and then if I want to use them on my iPhone, I use one of these. So I have two or three of these, I think, in my bag, kind of dotted around different places. So I plug that in and then plug that into my phone and then unplug it, and then it can go into my laptop. So this is kind of my first choice, only because, like I said, with the charging things, I don't have to charge them, I just plug and play. But the headphones that I do have are like these, but black. Now these are Jeremy's, these ones are white, mine are black. I'm not sure where they are right now, so I'll show you these. The only difference is the colour. But these are the Beats. I have no idea what model it's called. No, it's like the Beats wireless something or other. So you have a button here to turn them on, you put it over your head, and then the thing I like about it is you can leave them there all day, and then when you use them you just simply pop them in and then just let them relax on your neck again. So you're never going to lose them like AirPods and things like that. They're a lot harder to lose. And these have been great for travelling as well, and also good for if you want to listen to music but you don't want to be attached to your phone. So if you want to kind of have music on and maybe pack or tidy up or whatever, sometimes I'll put on something like Love Island or like some Netflix show while I'm packing my bags, because obviously we're travelling, so we're packing a lot. I'll put on a show, listen with my whatever these are, Beats headphones, and I can still move around without being attached to the computer, and also without Jeremy having to listen to my TV shows because he finds them annoying, which is a fair point. Next up, if we talk about camera equipment a little bit, so I have this, which is the JJC memory card case, and it's where I keep some memory cards. Honestly, I use the same memory card over and over and over. I just format the card and put it back in again, but I do have these for in case the other one breaks. Probably a waste of space and a waste of time, but it'll come in handy one day, I'm sure. The next thing I have is, so this was the bag for Saramonic. That would have been a microphone that I don't use anymore, and instead I keep my camera batteries in there. So I have 4 batteries. Obviously I'm using one right now that I'm filming on, and then I have 3 spares. I just keep them in a little bag so that they are all in one place and organised and easy to find. The only problem I will say is that I never know which ones are charged and which ones aren't, so I just have to like test them out, which is fine. The next tech thing to do with camera stuff is actually Jeremy's. This is QACQOC. It's a memory card reader for the Apple computers. So it's got a SD card, it's got a micro SD card, it's also got USB. So this is just what I use to put my photos and videos on my computer. I did have one, but it's useless. It always like cancels halfway through transferring, so I always use Jeremy's. The other thing is this Unigear bag cover, sorry. This one fits over my backpack, so if it's ever raining, I can cover it and make sure that my equipment, my camera equipment, my computer, my Kindle, everything else doesn't get wet. So that's also in my bag. And then if we talk about camera equipment, so I'm currently filming on the Sony a6600 with my Tamron 11-20, I think it is, lens. I also have the Tamron 17-70, which is my kind of go-to workhorse. I use this for 90% of my photography, I would say. I use this lens. It's the f2.8. And then I also have this big boy, which is the Tamron 70-180, again f2.8. It's huge, it's heavy. I don't use it that often, but when I do, I'm so glad I have it. So it is heavy and big. These take up a lot of space and they are heavy, like I keep saying, but it's one of those where like if you don't have them, you're like, oh, I really wish I had a zoom lens. and then when you have it, you're like, yes, I'm so glad I have this. So it's heavy, but I think it's worth carrying them around. The other thing to mention is the Peak Design handles for my camera. So I have the wrist strap, I'm not sure of the actual name, but this is Peak Design, which is, it's a really lovely wrist strap. Basically put your hand in and attach that to your camera, and if anybody tries to steal your camera, it'll tighten on your wrist so they can't pull it away from you, which I think has been really good, and it keeps me feeling safe in big cities. And then the other one is the neck strap. This one is actually really good for day trips. If you want to have a backpack and your camera out, rather than having to put your camera back all the time, you can just use this and like sling it over your shoulder and then use it again when you need it. So I do have 2 camera straps and I do use both of them. Next tech thing, I guess, is my watch. This is the Fossil, I think it was called the Scarlet. I got this before we went travelling, so I got it quite recently. I did an unboxing video, I can leave that linked. But I love this, just a gold, it's not going to focus, is it? Just a gold watch that is easy to wear. I really like it. It's also got the date and the day on there, so it keeps me kind of in check. And then I have 2 torches. It's one of these that come in tech, but they're not really clothes and they're not really health and beauty either. But I have a head torch that I used in Peru a couple of times. There's a red light and then a bright light and then a brighter light and then off. So I have used that a couple of times. And then I also have a gear light. I've never used this. It's not even working. So I need to change the batteries or whatever you do with that. Okay, I need to tell Jeremy that's not working, but I do have 2 torches. He's got 2 as well. Okay, here's my headphones. They're in my tech pouch. These are my headphones. Like I said, they're exactly the same as Jeremy's, but they're just black. So I've already told you about those. The next thing is my camera charger, which should be in here. Yeah, so this is the battery charger for my camera. I can put 2 in here and then I just plug it to a wall or a USB thing. Charges my camera, not much else to say about that. And then I basically have this, which is my tech pouch. It says beach please. I bought this a couple of years ago and I loved it. It's pink and shiny and a bit like mermaidy. But this is basically full of wires. So I have 2 of the orange wires for my external hard drives. I do carry both because sometimes I transfer images onto both memory cards, onto both hard drives, sorry, at the same time. I have phone chargers, Kindle chargers. I don't even know, it's just a mess. I also have some that are like folded up and not even been opened yet, so I don't know what they're for, but they're in there in case I need them. That's the alternative to that I was saying. You can pull that off and then put a different one on. So I just have the spare one in my bag as well. And then again, I have the UK one as well for that goes on here as well, so that's brilliant. I've got, this was my card reader that stopped working. I'm not going to link it because it was not very good, but you can get yourself little ones like that. I need to get rid of that actually because I'm carrying it around for no reason. And then I've got hair bubbles, hair grips, just little bits like that thrown in as well. But I think that is all of my tech. So yeah, I'm sure that's everything. That was quite a quick video actually. I thought it was going to take me longer to get through everything, but I've spoken about my computer, my camera, my torches, my microphones, my vlogging setup and my storage. So yeah, I think that's everything. So thank you so much for watching. Like I said, I will leave everything linked down below in case you want to go ahead and buy these for yourself and have a look at the things that I've bought. Oh, the tripod I haven't talked about. I've got a Manfrotto Element tripod, so I'll leave that link down below as well because I use this for videos like this where I sit and talk, for my yoga videos as well. I don't use it every day, but I do use it probably once a week, I would say, something like that. So it's nice to have something that's small and compact and pretty lightweight considering it is a good sturdy tripod. Yeah, I'm looking around the room, but I'm pretty sure that's everything. So thank you so much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed this video and I hope to see you soon. Bye!